Microphones and Monsters is a Creative Typo production. Special thanks to Mead and Patrick T. Arsenault, our executive producer level supporters from Patreon.
Imagine a place where ancient secrets and unnatural horrors lie dormant. A place where the veil between worlds is thin and the creatures of the night roam free. On Microphones and Monsters, a ragtag crew of travelers sets sail for one such destination. But beware, dear listener, for the horrors of Fawzine are not for the faint of heart.
From the shadows of the ocean steps, grotesque figures resembling aquatic nightmares assail those unfortunate enough to be in the water.
So her reaction to kind of this deep one coming into her face is she is going to kind of take a step back, like maybe not leaning over the side of the boat as much. And all of a sudden this skeletal tail just erupts out of the backside of her. And she's not big. She's like 4 foot nothing. So all of a sudden this giant tail is just coming out of her, and that's just going to send her into just like she's full on panicking on the side of the little boat now. And I'm sure people around her are not.
Everybody is shocked. They've never seen you do that before. Yeah.
Xerothin, save Mr. Aiden!
Xerothin.
How many deep ones are there in total?
2.
Okay. Next question. What happens to a creature in the water that is knocked prone?
They drown.
That's what I'm hoping for, but I don't know.
I don't know if a deep one's gonna drown.
Right.
Maybe it'll sink for a while, like a certain speed or something. Adam can make
like what does the proning do? Like what it?
Being knocked prone, I think you have advantage on attack against you.
So one way to visualize it is they're floundering.
Okay.
So it's still normal conditions as normal, like the effects of the prone condition as normal. And the visualize it's more of a floundering instead of being able to.
Okay. But
they're
essentially
very agile right now. So yeah,
they would still have disadvantage on attack rolls if I did that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am going to take a bonus action, and during that action, I am going to kind of let go of the oars that I have, and I am going to raise one of my arms in the air. As I do that, the arm is going to mutate. Essentially, what will happen is where I have fingers, the fingers will begin to twist and elongate, kind of like, think of like tight cords. And they're going to harden and sharpen. And I am going to use my ability called Tendinous Lash.
Okay.
So essentially, it'll be an attack roll, which I'm going to do. Is it one target? I think it's one target. So I'm going to hit one of the targets.
Are you going for the one on Aiden or?
Yes.
Okay.
For the one on Aiden.
Deep 1-1.
Yep. Deep 1.
All right. Deep 1-1.
Deep
not
2.
Deep 1-2. Thing 1 and Thing 2. A giant cat monster.
Hit.
Is Xerothin wearing a hat by any chance?
No, I don't believe in hats. It's my religion. I'm actually gonna burn my Cardic because I need to hit. So I'm burning the Cardic, so it'll be a. I was so close to hitting too. It'll be a 22.
22. All right. That definitely hits.
Okay.
So what happens?
It's gonna be 1d4 damage, which is. Do I get the modifier for it? Let me check real fast. I do get the modifier for it. So it's 4 slashing damage. And then I need them to make a living nightmare save DC, which is going to be 8 plus proficiency bonus plus constitution. So 14.
You said con save?
Strength saving throw, sorry.
That's an 11. So no,
Okay.
they fail.
So that creature is then knocked prone.
It looked like it was gonna be grabbing Aiden, but goes from that agile state to a floundering state in the water. You have definitely knocked it prone.
As I do this, it is the first time, if anyone is taking notice, that Xerothin has smiled since anyone has actually seen him.
Nice one,
So you're doing-
Xerothin.
If you
eyes,
got
eyes alight, bearing fangs. This is his element.
awesome. So anybody with a 12 passive perception would see that.
I imagine
Or higher.
it's like the Grinch smile, where like his mouth just like curls up.
On that day, Xerothin's fingers grew 3 sizes.
When he takes his boots off, he's got Grinch feet.
Some of us have that problem in real life.
Alright.
That is,
So-
this action, bonus action. No, that's it. I'm good. I don't want to burn action surge right now.
All right. The deep one you just knocked prone is floundering in the water, and it is trying to steady itself, and tries to gain its composure, and does after a little while, and it goes from its attention on Aiden to Xerothin, and it goes to claw at you. It grabs onto the side of the skiff and goes to claw at you.
I'm going to use a reaction.
Okay.
You can transform your limb into a shield, also known as Sinister Aegis, or Aegis. Whatever your target about attack that you can see, you can use your reaction to temporarily turn one of your arms into a fleshy shield, giving you 2+ bonus to your AC until the start of your next turn.
All right. Well, one of the attacks fails, one of the claw swipes, but one of them does get you. It is a 22 to hit, unless you
That
got
hits.
better than that.
Mhm.
Okay. The other one was a 14. I'm guessing your AC is way above 14.
Nah, it is.
At that point. And you are going to take 6 slashing damage.
Again, the expression doesn't change. Even with taking a gash like that, this is bliss.
Just happy.
Mhm.
Don't worry. Rufus is going to save you. Don't worry.
We got
Bold
Lucius.
of you to assume I need saving.
No, I'm quite happy. It was far too perilous.
Bet you're gay.
Alright, so Lucius, it is your turn.
So between Aiden and Banda, which one looks to be in like kind of a worse spot right now?
Xerothin has drawn the attention of the one that was on Aiden, and the one that was on Banda is still going after Banda.
Okay. Then in that case, what I will do is I will reach down to touch Banda and cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay.
I'm not certain if it will work, but I figure it's worth a shot. Basically what it does is until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey fiends, and undead. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
All right.
So we'll do that, and I'll say,
actually,
Banda.
okay. Hold on. But before you do that, give me a Yogg-Sothothery check, because you have Yogg-Sothothery, right? Just
Yes,
to
I
see
do.
what your knowledge is on deep ones.
that's fair. 17.
17. Okay. So you know that a deep one is a humanoid.
Oh, it counts as a humanoid?
Yeah.
Well, darn. Then in that case, I will, instead of doing that, then I'll do guidance as well there. Because I figure that's probably, again, still about the most helpful thing I can do to like get them back in the boat.
What is
and
guidance
what's
do
guidance?
exactly?
What is guidance?
Guidance gives
1d4.
them an additional 1d4 to add to one ability check of their choice.
Or
Okay.
saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll help them if they need to do a check to get back in the boat or protect themselves, etc., swimming,
Right, exactly.
drowning. They need to do
I
a
would
check
like to
drown.
add a D4 to drown.
And you had cast
technically-
it on Aiden before? You
I
had
cast it on Aiden before, and whether or not
Okay.
he had used it, because I can only maintain one of those, I'm foregoing the remainder of it for Aiden because he seems in a much better situation now.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's concentration, right? Because you can keep adding it.
It is concentration, right?
Okay, so
I'm,
you're
I'm
just
foregoing the
transferring
one
it.
that was on Aiden, so if he hasn't used it, it's gone now.
Yeah.
But it'll be on Banta now.
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
No, I think that'll be it.
Okay. Well,
Again?
deep one number 2
Another whale.
The boat breaks.
is
Where are all these whales coming from?
slashing at Banda.
No.
Flashing?
Slashing.
Okay.
Oh my!
He's just gyrating, undulating.
Damn it! I should have remembered blindness, deafness today. I'll save you, blindness.
Trust
And
me, it's gonna
does-
help.
9 with 2 slashes of its claws at Banda. Banda does take both hard.
Maybe you should have rolled lower, Richard, so you could go after this guy.
Yeah, maybe so. That would have been nice,
Well,
wouldn't
he's
it?
got that D4 or whatever addition to saving throw, right?
Yeah, but they can choose whether or not they use it.
Okay.
Banda. So when it slashes at Banda, Banda lets out a "Ugh!" and like blood is pooling around him in the water.
My buddy.
He's still alive, but he is very weak,
He needs
Well, it's a good thing I go
Band-Aid.
before that other guy.
and there is a lot of blood just immediately just around him in the water.
Oh no! Are these tropical waters?
Yeah, it's clear water. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Here come the
Yeah.
shark.
It is tropical water.
What? I was more worried about the fact that in warm water he's going to bleed out faster.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's that too.
Yeah.
Mhm. But thankfully, it's very cold.
I mean, it
It's
would be
super
it would-
frigid water.
I mean, it would be cold water. Like even yeah, it's still
Super
Pretty cold water.
naturally cold water?
not
Is
super.
it glowing
yeah,
yellow
no.
green?
No. It
Tell me
is-
the color.
It is red. So to swim, they do have a swimming speed because they are both sailors, and are used to swimming and know how to swim.
That's good.
That's very
Mhm.
good for a sailor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It'd be very unfortunate if they sucked ass at swimming and were on a boat. Or were a reanimated flesh construct.
Mhm.
And just water would just find open
That dude's
parts
just
of their
hanging
body
out on
and
the
they just
regular
sink.
boat.
Yeah, that guy's on
He's
the
having-
regular on the big
he's
boat,
just
on the
swabbing the deck.
folly.
He's
The
just
same
swabbing the
spot
deck of the
over and
folly.
over again.
Yep.
Like no one's told him to do anything else, so he just is still swabbing that one spot.
That's what he was doing. He was swabbing the deck in like 8 inches of water. Earlier while we were bailing the ship out, he was just swabbing.
Slosh, slosh, slosh.
It's like
So
it's like,
we'll
it's
do
like
Banda first. We'll do
No
Banda
one ordered
first.
him to do anything else.
Banda is just trying to get away from this deep one and into the boat. And as he is,
Oh no!
he rolled a nat 20 to get in the boat, but
No.
with no
The deep
repercussions
one.
whatsoever.
the deep one does slash at him as he's trying to get away from him, and one claw connects. Lucius was right there, like Banda and Izzy was right there. So you see Banda trying to get in the boat. I imagine y'all would try
Try
to
and help.
assist him.
Mhm.
Like that just
In whatever capacity
common
that I
sense.
can.
Yeah. And in common sense, like his strength, he got himself in the boat, but the slash connects with him and he falls unconscious whenever he lands in the boat and blood's pooling. He's still alive, but he's unconscious.
I know what I'm doing next turn.
Right.
And Aiden takes the advantage of the deep one being distracted by Xerothin trying to get into the boat, and he succeeds on pulling himself up. He makes eye contact with Rufus as he's pulling himself up.
Mr. Hayden.
The deep one does catch him trying to get away and does make a slash at him. and both of the slashes miss. So Aiden is back in the boat unharmed.
Quick ad break. Thank you for tuning in. Want more Microphones and Monsters? Dive deeper with ad-free episodes, exclusive content, and uncut behind-the-scenes sessions of this show at patreon.com/creativetypo. Become a patron and unlock the full M&M experience. And don't forget to check out another awesome Creative Typo show at the end of this episode.
And we are back to the top of the round. Rufus.
It's my turn. Okay. So, the deep ones, the one that Xerothin hit, Xerothin hit it, right? And did some damage.
Yeah.
Where's that one at? That one was near Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden. Yeah, it's
Aiden
on the side
adjacent.
that you were. It's on the side that you were already focusing on, and it's up next to the boat, scratching it at Xerothin, and Xerothin smiling and whipping it and
Yep.
shit.
So I'll be
whipping it with
Watch me,
his with his arm. Yeah.
Watch me.
all right. So I'll be
Did you
like,
shield your nene?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of I've been watching all the action, I'm concerned about Banda. I saw Banda, but then I turn back and I see Aiden climbing in the boat and the thing swings at it and I'm like, "You leave Mr. Aiden alone." And I'm gonna roll to attack the deep one. And that is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna and like when that claw connects, I get like a good thing in, and I'm gonna go out for just try to swing in my other claw as well. Like it's got its arm out, and I like clawed its arm, and I'm gonna like reach up and try to grab its head with like the leverage I got from sinking into the first hit.
Okay.
And that was a nat 20.
That hits too.
Now, I do the same amount of damage either way, so that is 14 damage total.
Damn.
Yeah. And so I slashed it in the arm. I used the leverage to get a little bit more height and just swiped right across its face. And I'll say I was aiming for those big lidless eyes, just straight sideways swipe
getting
across
it in
the
the
face.
eye. Yeah.
Total swipe right.
Yep. And
you got its eye good. Like you felt the would eyes be considered flesh? Like is that
Yes.
For sure.
Okay, so yeah, the soft fleshiness of the eyes, like your claws just go into it and just tear it up.
Yep.
Make sure you guys swipe right on
Gouge.
Unhinged.
Gouges into the eye with your metal claws.
Yep. And then after I get that hit, I'm just gonna sort of jump down from where I was, I was almost on it. I was almost like I used it. I use its body to like just pop off. I got both front claws and I just fling myself back into the boat and right underneath Xerothin. So I'm gonna move under Xerothin to have some cover,
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna be like, "Did you see me, Xerothin? I got him good."
Nope.
Nope.
You
saying
and
that
there's,
in
like,
character?
Nope.
No, I imagine you
Literally
wouldn't
just
say anything.
unwaveringly doesn't even look at Rufus, doesn't respond.
You didn't like the carnage?
It'd
I
be
just
more-
slashed
it'd be
the
more-
guy's eye off.
It'd be more so that you're taking away from the fight.
That's fine.
And
That's
I don't
fine.
have more time to enjoy it.
You're not going to prevent me from taking cover under you, are you?
It wouldn't be that much cover, but yeah. Unless I, decided to jump or kick, in which case I would move.
No. I mean, I can move around. I'm very dexterous, but I can use larger creatures than myself as cover.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's part of the Dreamlands Cat Rogue subclass.
And
uses.
so I assumed that Xerothin would not care one way or the other whether I was on it, because you would just kick me out of the way if I were in the way. So and plus you're all for a fight, so if something comes at you, you're gonna. So I'm using you as cover,
Okay.
and that would be my turn.
All right. And Izzy.
All right. She's panicking. Her friend's on the ground. bleeding, and she doesn't know what to do about it.
Unconscious.
Yeah. How close is the nearest deep one to the side of the boat?
It's still right there. Because it attacked Banda as he was getting back in.
Right.
So it's right there.
So within melee range.
Yeah.
I think she's honestly, as a Banda drops in front of her, I think she's literally just going to reach out and just like hit. Like not even like a punch, but like just like an open palm, like
Smack.
be gone.
Yeah.
Fussy.
Kind of hit.
No.
I will say that everybody else on the boat, like they would have been trying to help Aiden and Banda get in. I forgot to mention everybody else, but yeah, they're not
They're just chilling on the side.
They're all
having a
just
cup of
standing
tea.
there.
they're not very combat focused people, so they're not. Yeah, but they're trying to. They're taking up a more defensive stance against these deep ones, not trying to go after them.
Well, I rolled a nat 20, so it's a 23 for unarmed strike.
Okay.
It's not like it's going to do a lot of damage. She's again, just more like get away.
Yeah.
And that is just going to do 2 damage, bludgeoning.
Yeah. So as it was reaching more, like trying to reach for the boat, you just pop.
No, be gone.
You hear a little squishy when you hit it in the face.
And that's all she's got.
All right.
Her tail is still just like hovering over her head, waiting for this
Very-
asshole to get closer to her.
Menacingly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's just like ready to strike as soon as it tries
It works
to
as a
like-
reaction. So if something attacks me within that range, she can use a reaction.
Okay, and you just popped it in the face. Xerothin.
My turn. That deep one that Steven attacked is still alive or dead?
It is right up
Rufus attack.
on you, like it's trying to fight you.
Okay, cool. That's his loss. I will bonus action mutate the whip hand that I have into the hammer arm. So your arm turns into a black tinted bone club. On hit, deals 2d6 bludgeoning damage, and you can choose to push the target 5 feet away.
Sweet.
So,
So like that fleshy bit like protrudes out of bone and hardens or something.
yes, essentially, yeah. So I'm imagining that basically I would whip once with the hand, and then pull my hand back, and then mutate it again into instead of fingers, just really hardened boned knuckles as like a giant maw hand.
Nice.
And I will attack. That is a nat 1.
Get him, Xerothin!
I'll say that the mutation fails. I'll say like it starts like writhing out of control, like the arm I'm not in full control of it
Okay.
for the nat 1. I will, however, use action surge.
Okay.
And I will attempt to attack again, because screw natural ones.
So whenever you cast or whenever you use the action surge, you hear in your head, "Focus, Xerothin."
All right, and then that will be a 13 on the second attack.
That also misses.
I think I already did a bonus action, right? Yep. Okay. That is my turn. That sucked.
So it's still just kind of the flails and doesn't completely form.
Manifest, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that one that you're just trying to hit, it's seeing this falter in your hand as you're trying to strike at it and missing, and it's
And you
trying
got
to
one
take
eye.
advantage of that.
I will do the Sinister Aegis for the reaction.
Okay.
You did well.
One of them is 24, the other one is really low, so it's 6,
24 definitely
12,
hits.
12 for the other one,
12 does not hit.
and you will take 5 damage.
5 damage.
Slashing. Slashing at
Slashy.
him.
Oh, I forgot to say that my damage was slashing. I don't know if it matters.
Is
In,
it?
Oh,
in
yeah.
case me slashing across the
Oh, yeah,
thing's face
It's
wasn't.
claws. Yeah, never mind.
It's claws, yeah.
Yeah.
I can do piercing if I bite them. Don't do quite as much damage that way.
Might break a
So,
tooth.
So like whenever they hit you, like with that fleshy kind of shield, is it doing? Is it cutting into the flesh of the shield, or is it cutting in? Like, how are you wanting that flavor?
It says a fleshy shield, so it wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
So essentially, think of like pumping like too much blood into like a limb, where the limb like expands.
Yeah.
Where it hits and it cuts through, but it doesn't quite give purchase. It kind of gets like stuck in the arm in a little bit.
Yeah, and I kind of like that too, because you're like pumping a lot of blood into it. So whenever it does hit, it's just gets squirting blood out of it. I think that's kind of cool.
Is it red blood?
Yeah, what color's your blood?
So it would be the same. It would be that same sickly orange color as the scars.
Okay.
Like your shirt.
Yes, like my shirt. Zero fox given.
Why don't we
I like
fox them?
Lucius, it is your turn.
So, I guess priority here is going to be utilizing Cure Wounds on Banda.
Okay.
You're the healer. Congratulations.
Hey! So, as Lucius kneels over a Banda and like puts the hands on with the Cure Wounds, we'll say, Banda, you must not leave us yet. It is not yet your time to move off of this mortal coil. And
I love
and
that
it will
Lucius
be-
is like a theater major.
So it'll be 5 points of healing plus an additional 2 temp hit points.
Awesome. Now he is stabilized and conscious.
Yay! I did something.
Huzzah!
He wakes up and he's like, What? Oh, I'm back in the boat.
I'm dead. I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm alive again. Fuck you.
And
Yes. Welcome back to us, Banda.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was surely getting pulled down into the water by that monster. And he looks up and he's like, "Oh, it's still here." Get it away. He dread has set over him for sure.
I don't know, something about like dying that like kind of makes you really fear stuff.
When something brings you to the brink of death, you're not comfortable around
Right.
it anymore. You know. Before
He's
they
like
might have
grabbing
been,
his wounds as they're
chums.
closing up from your healing magic.
All right. But yeah, that'll be all from me.
All right. Deep 1-2 is going after Izzy.
Bring it on.
I rolled a 1 and a 3 before any modifiers, so. I'm sure an 8 doesn't hit you, right?
Does not.
Okay. So,
Yay.
and you have your reaction.
And yep, I was gonna say, and as a reaction, that skeletal tail is going to whip out.
Watch me. Watch me.
So DC Dex, DC's 13.
Okay. Dex
13. Unlucky for some.
Skeletal tail,
You know.
the new Eldritch Blast.
Nat 1.
Excellent.
Whoa.
So they take 2d4. I rolled a 4 on the damage, and that is piercing damage. And then
And you're pulling it into the boat? Like, what's...
it says pulled into an empty space adjacent to you, so I'm assuming kind of pulls within 5 feet. So,
I'd say just pull it like
Does it-
along the side of the boat, like to a different,
Oh, okay.
further
so
away from the other people.
Maybe, okay, so you pull
Does it
it...
say if it provokes?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be pulling it past anybody if it did provoke attack of opportunities. But I'll say that you slam its head, like when you pull it, you slam its head into the side of the skiff.
There we go.
Give it some brain damage.
Does she pop an eye too?
Well, she already
Pop an eye
popped
out.
it in the eye with her fist, and then,
Just no.
just give it some Dane damage.
Do the the Three Stooges.
So it goes to
eyes are
it
too
goes
far
to
apart. It's
slash
gotta use two
and like
hands.
like you step back to avoid the attacks, and then your tail, like, okay, so how is it grabbing?
So I mean, it pierces them. So
it,
like
pierces.
it's a scorpion tail essentially. So the tail has
a barb.
pierced it.
It's like
and
a
then
hook.
it's pulling it forward. Yeah.
Okay, just because I rolled a nat 1, it's gonna fail. And you popped it in the eye with your fist. It tries to slash at you. The stinger goes into that eye, pulls it towards the boat, and slams its head on the corner of the skiff, the edge of the skiff. And it drops. Like that's a pretty hefty. Like it just sinks into the water as like
Nice.
as the stinger comes out of the head. Whenever the head makes contact with the edge of the boat, and there's definitely deep one blood on the corner of the boat there.
What color is that
is
blood?
We're gonna go with like a yellowish green, just to be fun.
Yellowish green.
There we go. You know, like
This is looking
lightning.
like some really murky water right now.
Yellow, green, and red all together.
But it immediately does sink. Like it did make a pretty hefty like crack on the side of the boat there. I like that.
It's like, yeah, before we had Eldritch Brass pushing everything around. Now we have skeletal tails like
Dragging them in.
Dragging them in, whippy flesh hands tripping them up.
Next time on Microphones and Monsters.
Don't worry, Mr. Mouse, we'll kill him.
You're hiding something from us, little girl.
I'm not hiding anything.
I feel like Rufus isn't quite as disturbed as everyone else, but Rufus is on very high alert. Like he is uncomfortable more than like scared. You know, he's very on edge right now.
From the indie podcast creators that brought you Microphones and Monsters, A Fool's Quest, Ethereal Embrace, and other hit podcasts, comes a new actual play podcast, Dread Tech Incorporated. Set in the futuristic cyberpunk setting of Dark City, our 3 DDA special agents, Nitz with his drone blip, Sylvia Rivera, the shape-shifting social media icon, and Zaus, the Zoog heavy gunner, take on the evil corporation Yogsonic Dynamics in an attempt to bring the heinous actions of the corporation into the public spotlight. But will our heroes be prepared for the unworldly supernatural horror that lurks below the corporation's front? Follow Dread Tech Incorporated wherever you get your podcast to find out.